Just wanted to come on here for a few minutes and say hello and introduce myself. I'm Shelley Karpaty. I own the publication Spicy Soul Mama here on Substack, and it's been great to interact with some of you. I've been on this platform for about just over 2 years now, and although I've been writing and creating for over many years now, and this evolution has been an interesting reflection of creativity and watching my inner world and how it um, reflects my outer world. And I recently changed the logo for Spicy Soul Mama with this new iteration of creativity. It has a retro feel. It's got the Gen X vibe, of which I am very proudly part of. It has a dancing disco movement with a combination of the font and the circular image, like a disco ball, and also the colors, like a tie-dye, merging together. And and so all these colors like sitting on top of this galaxy that's behind the image of the Spicy Soul Mama circle, because we are all part of this galaxy, the cosmos that we're all contributing to. So, and astrology is a favorite topic of mine. I'm no expert by all means, but I really have been fascinated with my sign. Thanks, Faith. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate, my Sagittarius sign, the fire sign, the archer with the bow and arrow. And I remember when I was in high school and I got my first little pocket paperback all about, what does it mean to be a Sagittarius? So, understanding myself has always been a part of who I am. I'm a 4 on the Enneagram. I'm an extrovert on the Myers-Briggs. I don't even remember what I am. ENFJ. I don't remember what that one was, but if I've done human design, whatever, you know, um, fun, understanding, like quiz to understand myself, I've done it. I do believe that everything is energy. And this month of Sagittarius of December, it does hold both the light and the dark. And so you might notice in my writing, I do enjoy holding this both and metaphor, particularly in my Buddhist practices. It's really helped me to balance that knowledge and acknowledge it. But I do want to share about this energetic exchange that we are really, we're part of all of it, but we also emit a specific energy. And so this vibration of giving and receiving is always happening. And it's all math. And so while I might be talking about spiritual concepts, it really is math. Like our bodies are made up of math, our atoms, the matter, it's all math. And so I'm not good at math, but I am here because of the equations that have, come together in this special formation that creates me as a unique person, as it creates you as your own unique person. And so years ago, I saw this play in San Francisco. It was Steve Martin wrote this play called Picasso at the Lapine Agile. And it was an imaginary meeting of two geniuses, Pablo Picasso and Albert Einstein, in this cafe in 1904 before they achieved their greatest breakthroughs. Einstein was about to publish his special theory of relativity, and Picasso was on the cusp of creating the Cubist period. The entire play was set in this one cafe where they debated about the value of art versus science. And Picasso, of course, is all the art and the charisma, and Einstein is the revolutionary science and that kind of intellect. It's witty, it's funny. And it was a pivotal moment back in the 90s on my spiritual path as someone who wanted to truly understand this both and it was a great introduction. It challenged the conventional, objective reality by listening to one another and their perceptions of one another, of their lives and their realities, equal parts to the whole. And they really, employed this active listening and curiosity. But at the base, the common denominator was faith in themselves. Um, faith in themselves to really believe in what they were doing. And it's, whether it be putting paint on a canvas or typing words onto your computer or developing the next scientific discovery, we do have to have the belief in ourselves and this faith of the unseen because it really does exist. It's the key, right? Having curiosity, openness, active listening. We have these physical bodies that do miraculous things, but we don't see what's on the inside unless we're, emitting it energetically. One of my teachers, Ram Dass, would call this physical body his meat suit because the soul is something that we can't see. And oftentimes we don't pay much attention to it. I'm here to pay attention to it. I'm here to write about it and share about it, to understand and embody these cosmic forces that contribute to all of our realities. Our thoughts do create our realities, and the energy of our realities really does matter. And so I am inviting everyone during this time to align with your highest and best selves. Because then the magic and the synchronicities appear. I love synchronicities, and I know when I'm not aligned and grounded in the truth of who I am, they don't show up. And then I feel small and I feel like, nothing is working out for me. But that's my reality. Our thoughts create our reality and they lie. Our minds lie. We have this negativity bias that really does, find out like, oh, where's the lowest common denominator of who's not listening to me, on this live or whatever. So it just shows up. All right, I'll give one more example, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what's to come with Spicy Soul Mama. So one time I was really distraught and feeling distraught and low, and I'm sitting in this room and I'm, oh, the words weren't coming. I'm terrible. I can't write. I'm not creative. I suck, all these things. And to change the energy, I decided to get up and go clean my bathroom. And I put on a random talk. Again, Ram Dass, one of my my beloved key teachers. I put on a talk of his on YouTube, just random. And all I remember about that talk is he said not once, but twice, "Here I am, and here I am in Palm Springs, California." He said that twice, and that's where I live. So, and I haven't always lived here. I've only been here about 5 years. So it was just, and he had left his body, about, 6 years. It'll be 6 years this in a couple of weeks. But but he was saying hi to me from beyond. Hey, I'm here with you. So it was a really beautiful, supportive moment. And so during this time when we're in the short days in the Northern Hemisphere, we know that it is our time to shine the light. I invite you to step away from all the noise and just be your best light and get curious about it. Be the archer. You don't have to be a Sagittarius to embody the archer. Think about the actual activation of this time of holding the bow and the arrow. Maybe when you were young, you did archery. Remember how if you did do archery, you placed the bow, you placed the arrow in the bow and you pulled back, creating that friction and then aiming. So imagine aiming for the stars because there's enough love and light to go around for everyone to have what they need and desire and want. And, and I understand that there are realities at stake here, but we have to be the change that we wish to see in the world. And, from some of my darkest days, I have been writing because of those dark days, because I made a conscious choice of what can I learn from this? What is this trying to teach me? What is all of this? what's happening in our world today, trying to teach us. It's showing us the darkness because we have to stand up and be in a new way. It's time we're in the birth canal right now, and it's messy and it's heartbreaking and it's infuriating. But we can stay in that, but we can't stew in it. And I'm really grateful for those people who can stay in that and fight the ways that they're fighting. I'm fighting by showing up this way. This is the way that I'm fighting the forces and the things that are happening right now. And I invite you to do whatever it is for you. So, and if you're a parent, I write for parents. I write for both men and women because we need unity. We don't need divide. We need unity, and we're both you know our children are our teachers. So I write about that a lot. You can find more information on my about page, where our children are our teachers, and they know so much from the moment that they're born, ages 0 to 7. They're the most intuitive, dialed in beings. Let's continue to remember who that little being is and allow them to make their own choices and to have their own journey without our expectations. And that's been one of the biggest lessons that I continue to try to embody, is to allow my children to be who they need to be, who they are, as their own unique person, and and so that they can shine and have their own journey. And so that's our role as a parent, is to embody our own healing, having our own journey while walking alongside our children and our partners in our world. So that's just a little snippet of who I am and what I'm interested in and what I write about. So if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. I have a podcast coming up. I'm reinvigorating it. It'll start in January. I have all kinds of guests on, from all walks of life, from all backgrounds, where we will talk about spirituality, curiosity, belonging, creativity, and maybe you'll find some new ways of being in the world. So I wish you a wonderful, light-filled holiday season, and I look forward to interacting with you soon. So thanks for joining. See you later. Bye.